Welcome, everyone, to Bear Football Halftime Report. My name is Aldo Gandia. I'm filling in for a vacationing John Buffone. With me, of course, is Danny Shimonek and Tyler Ellis. Let's go around the table here and find out what are your immediate thoughts of the first half performance by the Chicago Bears in Atlanta. Danny, I'll start with you.
Yeah, once again, guys, Justin Fields, he's the best player on offense for the Bears, and a little uneven in terms of the offensive performance. You see some nice plays, some big plays, but also see some deficiencies in terms of pass blocking. A couple of times Justin got drilled unnecessarily, in my opinion. There's some guys just coming free and unblocked, and Dean Pease is one of these really good, savvy, veteran defensive coordinators, and he does a lot of disguise, a lot of coverage, hides, and he's a very aggressive defensive coordinator. So. But again, we saw some highlight plays there from Justin. A nice, great catch by Cole Comet there in the middle of the football field, and then obviously special teams. We had the big turnover there in terms of creating an opportunity for the Bears offense, and then of course they give it back there with a Cordero Patterson touchdown. So right now it's 17-17 at the half. I felt like the Bears, probably play a little bit better than the Falcons. And overall, I'd say, but again, some miscues there. Defensively, though, what we're seeing is what we've asked for in the last couple of weeks is, hey, you're getting beat and jumping back in coverage, bring some pressure, right? They've been bringing linebacker blitzes, they've been bringing some safety blitzes. This last third down conversion here was a big all-out blitz here that Alan Williams had drawn up and brought. So we asked for pressure, but again, if you don't get there when you bring pressure, you're susceptible to some big plays, and we've seen Atlanta capitalize on some of those big plays. And right now, we're 17-17 at the half.
Tyler Ellis, my man, how are you? And tell me your impressions.
I'm amazing, brother. Thank you, Danny, for the full breakdown of the half. Although I'll give you my immediate reaction. My immediate reaction is that the Bears came out to play strong. First of all, shout out to Cordell Patterson for getting that record of once a Bear, always a Bear. That's really, really cool. And but at the same time, no sacks, but 2 forced fumbles. I feel like the defense is making their presence be known after these big trades and some veterans leaving. Sanborn, Aldo, you kind of called it. He had over 5 tackles in the first half. And so we're seeing some young guys step up. And something that I've heard some of my associates say, what Cole Comet will not be, but now we can see what happens when he gets the opportunity and just not only just blocking in key moments, but snagging the ball out of the air with one arm grabs. And so I'm seeing a team that's not giving up, Aldo. That's my immediate reaction.
And Danny, I'd like to ask you what your analysis was on the missed touchdown pass from Justin Fields to Darnell Mooney that was about 4 or 5 yards over the receiver's head. Was there a technical thing that you saw, or just plain misjudgment on the throw? Anything at all that might have contributed to the misconnection?
No, and then we've seen this in terms of I'll take a look at the tape to kind of break it down. But in terms of just off the TV clip there, my immediate reaction would look like Darnell Mooney kind of slowed down. He wasn't going full stride down the football field. I'm not sure. I don't want to put that out there, but yeah, and we've seen this unfortunately in the past with Mooney and Field just not being in sync on those downfield, those deep downfield throws. Obviously, we saw the touchdown pass in the first quarter where Fields found Mooney, nice grab there by Mooney in the end zone. But yeah, those deep balls down the football field, it was like a couple yards ahead of him, and I just feel like maybe just again off the TV copy, it looked like Mooney kind of didn't really initially put it in full gear once he got over the top leverage on the corner. I'm not sure if he was kind of looking back to find a football or whatnot. But yeah, if Mooney maybe hits it in full stride, they could connect there. But that's something we've seen in the past, something that they definitely have to clean up.
Tyler, what do you think about Fields' play overall in this first half? Are you happy with what he's done? Are you expecting more at this point of his progression?
I'm definitely happy, especially going how the last game ended. With the interception, Fields came in here with leading the pack. He put it behind him. Although he's not hesitating on his sweeps, on his runs. He's trying to win. He's diving for first downs. We have he's thrown to like 5 different wide receivers. Cole Komet and Mooney both over 20 yards. He's looking efficient. Maybe 50%, 7 for 12 right now. But no, I'm happy with the young man. He's leading our troops. He's given us an opportunity to win the game, and that's literally all you can ask of him. And so he's not the reason why. He's the reason why we're up. And so he's leading from the front. Extremely happy with the young man, our leader of the Chicago Bears, Otto.
Danny,
My only thing, if I could add to that, Aldo, real quick, is one thing that Justin has to clean up, and it's not something I'm down on him, but it's something he's got to work on. Is he's saying like 4 or 5 times he's hit guys in the helmet, whether it's a defender or if it's his teammate. He's got to get better at getting that passing window, finding that passing window, and getting that arm angle just right so that the ball can get through the offense and or the line of scrimmage and get to his receiver. But yeah, for me, that's a little minor critique. Not something I'm like down on him about.
No, not at all. There's a lot of Hall of Fame quarterbacks that do the same thing. So it's something little that every quarterback goes through. And if Justin can go clean that up in his first 2-3 seasons, not a big deal because we got 10-year veterans doing the same thing.
And what are your thoughts, Danny, on Chase Claypool and the fact that he only has 1 reception? Would you like to see him more involved in the offense, or is this kind of very slow integration into the Bears offense okay with you?
Well, again, we're just seeing 1 catch so far in this first half, and again, and without breaking down and seeing the all 22s, it's kind of hard to see in terms of utilization, route concepts. How is he being utilized? How is he put out there? His feel is not going to him yet. Is he open? Is he not open? So but so far the lack of production really has me a little bit perturbed or not perturbed, maybe a little bit concerned. I wanted to see a little bit more production and see him a little bit get more involved in the offense. Hopefully that happens, in the second half of this game and also going forward, because like you said, you invested a 2nd-round pick in this kid, and he should be a big part of this passing offense going forward. Though, again, we don't know how much of the offense he knows. Is he being used in certain formations that he's more familiar, concepts he's more familiar with? It's a lot that goes into it. So I don't want to, kind of pile on the kid or anything like that. I'm just kind of letting him kind of ease into this offense. And I'm just like 2, 3, or 4 weeks from now, I expect to see a little more production from Claypool.
Tyler, there are some complaints in the chat room about the play calling, both offensive and defensive play calling to end the first half. What's your analysis of what Getsy and Williams, the coordinators on this team, did at the end of the first half? Do you agree with that there could have been some better play calling?
Aldo, as a fan, as somebody who's played the game, I've come to appreciate of this coaching staff to trust the process. These coaches are thinking 5, 8 plays later in the game. We don't know what they're setting stuff up, and we can go to Claypool. I think they may deploy Claypool in the second half, and so I get it. We all want the flash plays, but sometimes you got to play chess. And Getsy, we've Justin Fields just broke some NFL records, guys. Like, I feel like they know what they're doing. And we actually have a competent coaching staff. So I get the frustration. We want the flash in the pan. But Pringle is back from IR. Some guys are getting acclimated. We don't know. The coaches have a bird's eye view. We're just like, we're in it. And so we just have to be patient with it. So Aldo, to answer your question, I'm not upset with it. I'm trusting the process. We're in the game. And the Falcons are a feisty bunch. I hope we just want to win the game at this point. We've been looking good, but we're right in it. So just trust the process, chat. Just chill out. And go back to Claypool real quick, Aldo. He's a beast, like Danny said. We invested a 2nd-round pick, but I believe he'll be with us next year as well. And so but with Pringle coming back, rather than have to guess Claypool the route, Pringle knows the routes from being with the team during most of the offseason. And so once again, Claypool can just watch the other guys just play.
Danny, what are your thoughts on Comet? He's only got 1 targeted pass thrown at him, and he made a sensational one-handed catch on that. Would you like to see him more involved in the passing attack?
Yeah, definitely, for sure. I mean, but we have to remember last game, towards the end of that game, he bumped knees, so we don't know how healthy he was. I forgot in terms of the injury report this week if he was listed there or not. But yeah, just 1 target. Like I said, hell of a catch there in the middle of the football field. He's a guy that's really kind of ascending lately and a little bit under the radar. I think more. We see him more and more involved in the passing game, more big plays in the passing game. So definitely, if you're Justin and you're the offense, look Getsy, definitely look to get him involved more in that middle of that field. But again, Dean Pease, guys, is a veteran defensive coordinator, well respected around the league. He's a guy that does a lot of nice disguise in terms of pre-snap coverages and then post-snap. And he's very aggressive. He's told his guys, don't square up Justin Fields and just wait for him. Attack him. Go. And a couple of times we've seen Lorenzo Carter off there just flying at him, ignoring the running backs to the outside or to the inside, flying and laying a couple of big hits there on Justin Fields. So maybe that's kind of disrupted the flow of the offense a little bit. I definitely want to see a little bit more passing attack down the football field. I think they're relying a lot on Justin Fields so far in this first half in terms of using his legs. Get Montgomery a little bit more involved in the running game, and then just, again, I've said it before, I'll say it again. You pound the football and then work your passing game off the play action, and then you get some big shots. You already saw that one big play opportunity to Darnell Mooney here in the first half. They missed on it, but don't stop. Go back at it again, because I'm pretty sure that Dean Pease will be aggressive, and he will give you another opportunity to strike down a football field.
Tyler, the Bears get the ball to start the third quarter. We should be starting in about a minute or so. What would you like to see the Bears, Luke Getsy, call in this first series? Would you like to see him open up the offense and play, or continue to punish the Falcons defense with the run game? And as Danny said, toss in some play action. What are your thoughts on what you'd like to see the Bears offense do to start the third quarter?
Definitely. I agree with Danny just said. Pound the ball. Herbert's not here. Montgomery's here. Pound the ball. I have some thoughts on the Montgomery and Fields. I'll talk about that post game, but I would like to see us run the ball and get another 200 yards rushing.
All right. Danny, any thoughts on that topic?
No, again, just run the football. That is your strength. That is your identity on this offense. Is your pound and running attack, and just keep going at them. Get those 5, 6, 7 yard plays, and then all of a sudden play action. You're gonna suck up that second and third level of defense. Bam! Then there's your big play opportunity down the football field.
All right. They're just about ready to kick off. My delay, it's just about ready to happen. And so we'll be right back. We'll be back immediately after the game. Hopefully a Bears victory. We'll break it all down, and we'll have the press conferences. Thanks for joining us on this halftime report. Goodbye, everybody.